This very nice African print design I'm wearing was inspired by a fashion designer who learned everything from scratch on YouTube. So on our first session of the YouTube Inspire series, we're going to have a discussion with this fashion designer on how he was able to start a fashion design business from scratch, from YouTube, and how the business is faring and what inspires him or what keeps him going. So join us in our video. Let's have a very fruitful discussion with our designer. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is PaulVin. So I shorten it to be PaulVin. PaulVin. I'm a graduate of University of Ghana. I learned political science. I'm a 2018 graduate. Leslie here is my colleague. All right. So right now I'm into fashion.
Okay.
I sew for business.
All right.
Right.
So if I may ask, is it your full-time job or your full-time business?
Fashion is a part-time business.
It's a part-time business.
But it's almost taking over my full-time.
Okay, I understand. So it means the money is coming in.
Of course, yes.
So if I may ask, what's your full-time job?
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. So combining the teaching and then the fashion design, how has it been like for you?
Excuse my language, it has been a hell. It's really not easy at all, but it's a crazy day, you see.
Man,
I have to manage. Sometimes I want to quit, but
you want to quit the teaching or you want to quit the fashion?
I want to quit one, but I realize I love both.
Okay.
Because with the fashion, you must be a teacher before you can impart it to someone else.
Right.
And with the teaching, you must be also someone who is able to transform. So if you're not able to transform yourself to even come to terms with the nature and life you are living with, how do you call yourself a designer or a teacher?
Okay.
So I have to settle myself with what I'm doing and then go on.
Right. It makes a lot of sense. So tell me, how did you decide to learn fashion design from YouTube? Because a lot of people with a regular one we know, and people become apprentices and then they learn from their master because they have the hands-on experience.
Okay.
How did you shift away from the regular or from the norm to decide that, okay, as for me, I want to learn fashion design from YouTube?
Okay.
How was your first encounter like?
Okay. Everything began by mistake.
Okay.
I didn't really plan to. This is how it happened. I'm from Ahafo region. Before I got enrolled in University of Ghana, I was visiting a friend's shop often.
Okay.
I would just go there because I had a lot of time on my hands. I was not doing anything as a SHS graduate, just messing around. So I used to go to this friend's shop all the time, and we just go and talk as guys. So there was a day that I went there. I had a torn trousers that I wanted to alter. Now my friend was not there, so I had to rely on myself. So I'm someone that I'm like, you see, in tree we say minim. People say too known. I'm too confident in myself. So. Right. But because my friend wasn't there, I just took the advantage and sat behind his machine. And when I removed my trousers, I just looked at the way it was done at first, before. So when I traced with my eye, I realized, oh, the line passed here and there. So let me just try it with the machine. So I only had to test the machine regulator, how to make the machine work. So the first time, it almost sewed my own finger. But I realized I had to step on it small to reduce the speed, and it worked for me. So when my friend came, he was like, Paul, in tree, so you know how to sew and then you don't want to help me. I was like, oh no, I only tried to and it worked. He was like, oh master, you are lying, just take this and help me. So he gave me a shirt, and I was like, let me be honest, I don't know anything about this thing I'm doing. So just tell me, pass here, do this and do that. That was the only day I was taught how to sew. Okay. That first day.
Just the regular.
So the guy showed me, okay, this is a shirt, the hand pass here, the maybe the sleeve or the whatever pass here. Okay. So that day he showed me and I did it for him. For me, I didn't feel it was.
So the first day you didn't have a prior encounter or a prior experience
at all.
Just by listening to him saying do this, do that, do that, you were able to actually execute.
What I only needed was my mind and how to operate the machine.
Wow.
So learning how to operate the machine before my friend came in helped me a lot. So when I was able to do that, I realized it was fun. Because how to just put pieces of cloth together and draw something out of it for you to wear, and it goes. So I spent that whole night on the machine whilst my friend was asleep.
Wow.
So the following week I had admission to Legon, and after that day I never even went to my friend's shop to go and learn anything.
Okay.
When I go there, he's so busy doing his own thing, and I'll just be sitting behind one machine doing trial and error. Then they'll be laughing at me. So when I came to Legon, I realized after school in Ghana here you may not get anything to do.
Yeah, that's
so I said, before I go to Legon, I have to learn something. That was the week when I learned how to do bits of sewing.
Okay.
So I said I will learn how to shave, I will learn how to do multi-TV installation, and how to sew, because everywhere you go in this world, those things work. So the first day I decided I learned how to do multi-TV installation just by going on Google. I just followed the instructions. I realized they have ways or places that they put the dish and then it works. But me, I'll just pass the dish around. When they capture the signal, then I stop.
So I don't know, but it's like you are kind of connected to the internet rather than learning from someone.
I'm against classroom education totally. I feel it's fraud. For you to sit someone down, let the person pay you, for you to teach the person something, is fraudulent totally. Because my idea is that if there is something that we can get on the internet for free, you just have to buy some CDs of data, and then everything I want to learn, you set up your own curriculum for yourself, right? You can just go on online, get anything that you want to get. Why must someone sit in some office and then just draw some curriculum for me, like without me having an independent mind to choose what I want to learn for myself? From KG to university, someone has programmed me to follow through some system of education. Yes.
School has come advocate.
So if I have to learn A plus A, someone must put it in the curriculum until the time has reached, that the time that person has set for me has come. I don't learn A plus A. And then that's some kind of I don't know if I should call it tyranny. Someone is controlling my mind from childhood.
So that's what actually inspires you to be more of internet inclined in terms of learning stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Because so you were narrating your story concerning how you learned the multi-TV installation through Google.
Yes.
And then what about the haircut? Were you able to execute that?
I was a barber before I entered university. When I was even in university, I was shaving people's hair.
Wow. And you did that via internet or?
No, for this, because of the overconfidence I have in myself, I trust in me totally. So when I picked the comb and I put the blade on it, I just used my brother's hair for a trial. And I realized the first time the cut was not so nice, but I revisited my memory, and I realized the parts I made the mistakes. So the next time I corrected it and it was good.
Wow.
So before I went to university, I even took people's money to shave.
That's a nice idea. So let's come to the fashion design. So the first day, like you were just there, you decided to visit YouTube, or you did a regular Google search before you landed on.
So when I went to university, I didn't really know much about YouTube.
Okay.
Because where I'm coming from, I was much into phone. That time I had already known about Facebook, but I didn't know really about YouTube. So it was after I think my third semester that I saw some videos trending.
So level 200?
No, third semester. No, I mean second semester. I'm thinking about, because my teaching background. Second semester, level 100. So I saw some video trending and people were talking about YouTube. And I was like, so I went online. I saw so many videos to watch. So one day I said, okay, they said anything that you want to find, you can find on that portal. So I just went online and I searched sewing in general. Oh, so many things came. And I was like, oh, but this thing I can even learn it here. Whilst I'm doing my offline education on the campus. And then there was one too, I was doing some online courses. So I said, if I can do online courses and I'll be giving certificates, why can't I use the same time to also learn my sewing? Even though I won't get certificate, at least I can work for myself afterwards. I like to dress. So even if I won't work for anybody, I can work for myself.
Yeah, probably
so
some.
I'll go online. First, I search how to sew shirts. It will come. I'll read. I'll watch. I realized the watching was good, but it wasn't giving me what I needed because I had to practice. Yeah. This work is a practical work. You don't just come and watch and watch and watch and go. So that semester when I came home, I had to get machine. So it was like I was finding ways of piling everything I watched online in my memory.
So
when I come home, I get fabrics and I purchase from my friend's shop. You understand? So along the line, I got a lady in my life who had a sister who had a machine that was neglected. So I just went for that machine. I had it in my room. So anytime I watch, I just practice. Watch, practice till date. So
with one thing about online education, per my personal experience, the discipline.
Yeah.
How are you able to stay disciplined enough to learn whatever you wanted to learn on YouTube and then now practice constantly and execute it? What inspires you to be able to do that?
Okay, I realized that sometimes I was being swayed away because when you are online, some video pops up and you want to watch that one. So I made some curriculum for myself because I realized I was always being distracted. So for example, if you want to sew a shirt like what you are wearing, what do you need to know first? I realized cutting comes first. So okay, cutting should be first on my list. After that, what do you do? I realized you have to put together the various parts. Okay, that one comes next. After that, you have to do pockets before you can join the sideways. If not, you will have issues. Okay, so pocket comes next. So you can't just go and learn how to sew shirts all together like that. Yeah. After the video, you will miss a lot. So you have to learn how to cut. After cutting, how to do the pattern of the main body. After that, how to do the pockets. After that, how to join the side. Not forgetting, you have already fixed the sleeves.
Yeah.
Right. So I followed through like that, and I went to trousers. It actually took me over 2 years
to learn.
Into practice. As in, I was even sewing for money, but only shirts.
So you mastered one skill before you could see that to another.
Yes. So I realized that I love Chinese movies a lot, and when you want to talk about dressing and sewing, you can't leave them out. Chinese suit, you won't get it.
Yeah.
Indian wear, you won't get it. So anytime I go online, I realize I ignore the Nigerian stuff, even though that's homegrown. But I realize those people are really master of what I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
So I go and search for Indian videos, how to cut shirts. Then
but here lies the case, they are not speaking English. So how?
I was just following the practice.
Okay.
Sometimes they mix a bit of English and I get something. But I was just following because sometimes they don't even talk. They just put some sounds under it, and then the video is going. So I just follow through. And then that's how come you realize when I sew, it's a bit different. So when I teach sewing online, those who come to watch my video are a bit enthused because they realize.
Oh, okay. So you actually teach sewing online?
Yes.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yes. I realize society has given me, I have to give back, and where I learned it from, that's why I have to give back to.
That's brilliant. So we'll probably drop your YouTube channel link so that people could check you out and
that's very good.
Learn from there. So did you set timelines for yourself? Maybe within the next 3 months or within the next 4 months, I want to be able to learn how to cut. Within the next 5 months, I want to know how to draw a pattern or stuff.
Honestly, I didn't do anything like that. I just wanted to flow with life.
Okay.
I'm someone that when I set my mind on something, I get so much into it that I neglect almost everything around me. It got to a point that when I was learning how to sew and my lady comes around me, I don't even see her. So I was always having issues. I realized that's me, and I didn't want to change. Because when it comes to grasping knowledge, I don't joke with it. So I just set my mind on it, let it flow
naturally, and you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very inspiring story from how he learns. Like he likes to learn everything, and once he sets his mind on it, he's able to achieve. Okay, so now let's come straight to business.
Okay.
How long have you been in operation for now?
If I am to calculate, I went to university 2014.
Right.
And after the first year, I was sewing for money. So I would say it only took me like 3 months to master the shirts.
So within 3 months, you started cashing out from.
Yes, there was. I had this an Islamic tailor.
Okay.
A Muslim tailor in my house.
Okay.
So whenever I was on vacation, I wouldn't go to my friend's shop because from my house to my friend's shop was like some miles walk.
Okay.
It's back in Ahafo. We don't really deal with taxis and stuff around there. We walk. So I would just wake up in the morning, go and sit by my co-tenant machine, and then I just sew and sew and sew. So it was the speed increased for me. So within 3 months, I had really mastered, and I was even sewing and teaching the man in the house, the one who had already done so many years of sewing.
Wow.
So that was like 3 months for me to pick the shirt sewing very well. And I used to try different stuff. I like to challenge myself. Things that people I've realized should be very difficult for me. That's what I will try and do.
That's very inspiring. So would you say sewing pays?
Really much pays. That's only if you know what you're doing.
You're cashing out, eh?
Yes. After all, I took something from you before I did this for you.
That's great. So your marketing, I don't actually even remember how I realized that you could sew. I don't know if I saw it on WhatsApp. I don't know if
I think I posted something on my status. Something on my status, and I was also, when I started my YouTube channel, I was asking people to subscribe.
Yeah.
So that was how come you really realized that I could sew.
Okay. So what's your marketing strategy like?
Okay.
And what sets you apart from other fashion designers? What's your marketing strategy like?
Right now, I don't really do anything so much about marketing because I realize even though I'm not really doing that, there's so much work on my hands that I'm not really able to live up to.
Charlie,
and it's making me a bit disloyal to my customers.
Right.
When I have too much of work that I can't really do myself, and it's not everybody who likes you to give their stuff out
outside.
So sometimes it's been a while that I even posted about my sewing stuff on WhatsApp. Someone will sew today. When you do the work very nicely, the person takes it and brings you another thing the next day.
Yeah.
So my old customers are my new and still old customers. So I make a customer out of you right now. When I do this for you, you pay me. You take it home, you realize it's so nice, you come back again. Yeah. That's a new customer, even because the same person.
That's how we did. You sold one first African print, and then I brought you've even sewn one for my brother as well. So that's
so my marketing is my work.
Yeah, your work speaks for you.
When I do it nicely, the cloth goes out and brings someone.
That's
the only. But there are so many. If I'm to share how to really do marketing, I can maybe opine, but it's not really something I'm using. When you sew for yourself, like what I'm wearing, when someone sees you, oh, this one is nice, who sewed for you? Sometimes that will really work for me too.
Yeah.
Then I say, oh, myself. Oh, I never knew. I don't even talk about myself being a designer. But when people ask and I say, but you can do this and we never knew.
Yeah.
So they try me and then they get stuck because I take my time. People tell me I'm too slow in sewing because this thing I use the whole day. People can use the whole day for 3 of this.
Right.
I don't like to get my stitches wrong. So if I sew and then the stitches a bit hooked or crooked, I just have to go back and tell you whatever I've done and then do it again. So when I give it to the customer, he or she will come back.
Because it's actually a perfect.
Yes. So my marketing is in how I work.
That's very good. And I've realized you have the skill of being able to guess the size or the designs. How do I even say the measurement?
Yes.
By looking at the picture. Like how did you acquire that skill as well?
Okay, I'm someone that when you tell me to tell you the measurement of this table in inches, I can just look at it and tell you this will be about 17 inches or close, and you will put tape on it, and then you realize that it won't be too far from. See, it's 21. Yeah. But someone should just look at this and tell you, but the figure they will give you will be too huge.
Yeah, the difference is.
That's me. When it comes to, I can tell you this one is 1 inch.
Right.
I can tell you this one is about like 1.5. I don't know. It's when I sleep, if I'm doing something and I leave it, I go to bed. That's what I realize someone is teaching me.
Think about it.
The thing that I couldn't do, I wake up and I come and do it.
Wow,
so maybe I have immersed myself into it so much that it's rather taking over my dreams.
It's still cool. It's still cool. So you've been able to acquire that skill. Would you say it's from experience, or you just feel like it's something you have?
Okay, I think experience is part, but it's not every tailor that's able to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
They also have experience, so I think it's something that's in me.
That's true. Okay, so about your teaching on YouTube,
Okay.
Let's say anybody around the world, okay, wants to learn a skill, wants to acquire a skill. What message or what information would you give to him about trying a career or learning a skill from YouTube or via the internet?
Okay. Let me face the camera and say this. If you're watching me out there, I will tell you this. I only had my first experience of sewing offline, just one day. The rest totally done online. So I can even say I learned sewing from scratch online. Nobody can boast of being a master to me. Even the friend that showed me my first day, I teach him now. The last time he saw me showing how to teach or how to cut trousers online, he was like, how come? Because you see, so what I want to tell you is that no matter what you want to learn, in today's dispensation, everything is available online. Just know what you want. That the first thing is you must decide what do you want to learn. When you get it, go straight online, search it. When you begin, it becomes so tough. Sometimes you don't know where to pass. But as you begin to immerse yourself into it, over time, it becomes part of your life. It flows like that with you. So in the beginning, just go with the flow. When you are already into it and you have a bit of experience from teaching yourself, you set a tagline and a timeline for yourself. And for some months, years, I think you'll come back and tell me later.
Wow. Very inspiring message to anybody who wants to start a career or learn a skill by learning online. So your two jobs, the business, the sewing business, and the teaching business, which one is paying more?
Okay, for now, because I am alone in the sewing business, I would say the teaching is paying me more.
Okay.
Because with the sewing, if you are one person, how many work can you do within a day, within a week? And I also mentioned I'm a slow worker when it comes to the sewing, because I'm a perfectionistic person. I don't like to make mistakes in my work, so it takes me so much of time to do what other people can do with so less of time. So right now, the teaching pays more, and then in Ghana here, where I stay in Pokwas, people don't really want to pay much for sewing.
Okay.
But if I am to be at where the money is, you see, Accra Central and those places, you can pay. Some people pay 1,200 for just stop and down.
So
depending on
the average, let's talk numbers a little.
Okay.
How much do you make monthly from sewing?
Okay, so from sewing on the average, I shouldn't even think about it. I would say I make at least 800 cedis a month, at least, and it's only because I am doing the work alone myself, and I'm a slow worker. My friends make at least 2,000, 2,400 at least.
Wow. You see, Cashman, he was talking as if money is not coming from the sewing business, but here lies the case. He's making at least 800 cedis a month.
Yeah, at least.
That's a lot of money, or side money to support the income from sewing. So can we get your contact details in case anybody wants to reach out and then get you to do work for him?
Okay. My phone number is 0209 06 0011. 0209 06 0011. That's also my WhatsApp number. Okay,
so we are going to drop the number in the description. We are going to add his social media handles as well, so that you can reach out to him. I don't know, do you do both men and women designs?
No, for me, people have been actually asking me to learn women stuff, but I realize women, they sometimes worry. Part of the body tightening. They talk too much. So they just open up for me. They will use so much of heavy words. So I said, let me just do men. I want my peace of mind. Already I'm stressed.
Okay, we understand. So what will be your last words for
my last?
You've already given us a couple of inspiration or an inspirational message already, but what will be your last words for those of us who are yet to become your customers, and those of us who are yet to visit your YouTube channel to learn sewing? I actually wanted to do something like that, but I couldn't become like you and learn on YouTube, and I couldn't even go to the tailor to also learn from there. So
the time is still there. You can.
I have no skill. But so what would be your last message for someone like me, or someone who's here to be your customer, someone who's here to learn a skill on YouTube, someone who wants to add a side hustle to whatever they do?
Okay. Maybe to inspire you much more, I have to tell you this story a friend told me that even pushed me to be my own boss. Someone told me after university, Paul, you are so smart a guy, you used to talk in class so much, why would you want to graduate university and become a tailor? And did like this, a tailor. So I was like, okay, you say I'm so smart. If you think I'm so smart, why would you think a smart guy like me will want to work for someone and make someone else's life better than work for myself? Because I also demand a smart guy to work for me. So if I'm that smart guy, why don't I work for myself? So see, if you want to build life for yourself, nobody can pay you to satisfy you. They will pay you only meager of what you earn them.
Right.
But when you begin, it's like it's not really working. But over time, you realize why you started so small, it's now so big that it's even employing others. It all depends on your thinking and the confidence you have in yourself that everything is possible if you know who you are. You possess so much power that just set your mind to it. Learn some skill. Alright? Learn some skill and it will pay over time. That's what I will tell you.
All right. Thank you very much, Paul, for your very inspiring message. So there you have it. He actually learned everything. It's like he's talented in a way, but he's been able to utilize, take advantage of the internet, take advantage of YouTube. The same data I was buying back then, he's been able to acquire a money-making venture from it. So here lies the case. We need a discipline. We need to set targets for ourselves, and then we'll be able to do it. Since he's been able to do it, I'm very sure we'll be able to do it. So if today's your first time on my channel, kindly hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and then share this very inspiring piece of information from Paul to the world as well. So I'm out, and I'll see you some other time. Bye.